From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
Welcome to Sunny Side Up. I'm your host, Chris Budihas, and taking a break on this side is Tom McManus. Sir,
what's up, Chris? How you doing?
And Beja Harding. Gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
A lot of great things going on here in Jacksonville. I'm glad to see that St. Marco is getting this pumping station put in place. Of course, like any government contract, it's taking probably twice as long as it should.
Yep.
So the topic today is, what does a better Jax look like in 10 years from now?
Yeah.
So I'll go to you, Tom.
Yeah, I'll start. Listen, I just came off from a week in Chicago, all right? Out by the lake. The lake is very similar to the river, to the beach, that energy. They have these, for miles, paths for bikes and runners and walkers all along. The skyline is it's just so much energy from 7 o'clock in the morning, all out throughout the day. And then what does Chicago offer? It offers everything. Restaurants and bars and shopping and all that kind of stuff. So the potential, I actually felt a lot of Jacksonville in Chicago as far as potential is concerned. Now it's funny, we're driving home from the airport, going over the Dave's Park Bridge, and I said, honey, look how little the skyline is. It was like that compared to Chicago, which is like that. We'll never be like that, but we're going to grow downtown. In 10 years, downtown is going to be absolutely rocking. There'll be everything that I just mentioned Chicago has to offer, and I think we're going to see, because that river is just so powerful, man, right through the downtown part of Jacksonville. And I think that's what's going to make Jacksonville even more of a destination city.
That's great. Thanks.
Yeah,
you're lifelong.
I'm lifelong, but I think the new stadium, the next generation of stadium, that's going to be like the ground zero. And like you said, Tommy, everything's going to go out towards the river and back up. And it's just going to be 10 years. I mean, I'll be 75 years old. But to see what's happened just since the Jaguars got here, with the landing and all this stuff that's here and gone. But, I'll
tell you what, man, here's a question. In 10 years, will we have another another professional league in town? Will be baseball. The Jumbo Shrimp are packing out.
They were on Saturday.
Packed. I mean, it's packed, right? We love baseball down here. Now, you're not going to sit in the heat if the team's no good. The Jaguar fans don't do that. You got to be good. But I wonder, 10 years, would we have maybe NHL? I don't know, but something.
Soccer is going to be the next thing.
It could be. I mean, it's just that potential. 10 years sounds like a long time from now, but it really isn't when you think about it.
10 years back.
I'm with you, Tom.
And you're like, wow, that went fast.
I know with the Emerald Trail, there's a setback as a result of legislation with the Big Beautiful Bill, if you want to call it that, where there's millions of dollars. I think it's
$147 million.
$147 million were kind of honestly taken away, but just it's disappeared, so to speak. But I think with the Emerald Trail, like you said, Tom, these centers of excellence that I see between, Ortega, and when you see kind of a band between Ortega, Avondale, Riverside, and then you got Springfield, which is popping up with the Arts District, and then you got the Beaches, which was voted between us. Number one is the city center right now. But getting on the river last Monday and then boating with my family and seeing Jacksonville from the river perspective, you just see there's great opportunity. So that investment of the Four Seasons, you're right, with a sports complex between the NFL stadium, the Jumbo Shrimp, man, good. Well, they lost, but it was a great opportunity to get out there, clean, wholesome fun, and then the Icemen and the hockey space.
I'll tell you one thing about Chi-Town, very clean. Very, very clean.
Okay.
And I think our city's pretty clean right overall. But we got to make sure that it stays that way. It's got to be a clean city, safe. I know on the news, everywhere we were, there was no issue at all. There was no problems. There's no crime. I mean, you hear the sirens, so I'm sure there was some crime. It wasn't like you probably see on the media. It was absolutely. But if we keep our city clean, keep it safe, have all these things to offer, it's going to be rocking. Everything around, we just talked about, you just talked about, everything around is great. I mean, you go out to Fleming Island and be like, man, this is a great part of town. St. John, Fernandina, all that stuff.
I'm going to give a shout out. So Jack's Tech Fest, I think this is the third iteration of it. It's going to happen next month, the 25th through the 29th of August. But Jack's Tech Fest is going to, pull together a town that's local, but also, folks from the outside that want to talk about, all things tech. And it's not, AI, robotics are critically important, but we think about manufacturing, reshoring capability. So to have the capability to come to a place where you want to live, raise a family, have fun, enjoy your time off, but also be able to work. And Jacksonville's got high potential. So I think, these statistics of 500,000, 800,000 moving here in the next decade, when you throw that human element on top of the geographic that we have, that there's great potential to meet your vision.
There'll be no complaining about traffic. Because the traffic's going to go crazy when we get to that kind of level.
The problem about traffic is it's a look back. They should be looking ahead.
You're right.
10 years. So we should be building stuff now to accommodate the growth. Yeah. And what happens is it's a catch-up thing. Yeah. We allow all the growth, and then we go, oh gosh, what are we going to do about all the traffic?
Right.
Yeah.
So exactly. I think we need to be pro.
What do they call that? Congruency? Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
That's a big
I thought that was a real estate term.
BU coming out. Yeah. Boston University education.
Boston College.
Boston College. Sorry, Boston College. Yeah, the real college.
BU's a great school,
too. It's okay. Yeah.
It's all right.
That's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of potential. It's been great to come back 10 years from now and kind of see, what we saw and where we're going. But I think with a will and the people that are moving here and the talent we see in the city, it's pretty amazing. Of course, we see them here when they come to the horse's mouth and other interviews that, the whole Mr. Roger who lives in your neighborhood.
I don't know, 10 years back, Amazon wasn't here 10 years
ago. Oh, no.
Were they? Yeah. And they got two massive, distribution centers here. The tech was nowhere near it is today. Yeah. Tech companies, everybody moving here.
FinTech, MedTech.
Dun & Bradstreet.
Yeah.
They moved here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then it's just the explosion of the construction industry and everything else that's going on. And it's funny, some of these folks I'm talking to on Building Buzz, I mean, they're doing work here, obviously, but some of these companies have gone from like local, regional, I don't want to say regional, Northeast Florida, Southeast Georgia, like they're in Tennessee, they're in Kentucky, they're in Indiana. So this is a great place to kind of headquarter out of. I mean, I mentioned my daughter when she's visiting from New York City. Yep. Fanatics. We drove by and saw the
Fanatics. Like, think about Fanatics.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Another thing we need to ahead, and I got to commend JIA for having direct flights to Chicago from Jacksonville. Yeah. We need more of those to other cities, right? So people can get here easier and not have to stop in Atlanta or stop in Charlotte just to get to Jacksonville. We need more of those direct kind of flights.
Awesome. Well, gentlemen, thanks for your input. I look forward to seeing all of it in 10 years.
Who doesn't love Jacksonville that lives here?
I don't know.
I think everybody loves it.
Yeah.
So
and
let's just make it better.
Yeah. And if you don't, contribute, make it better or leave. No, I'm just kidding.
Like Coughlin used to say, lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Good to see you. Thanks for a great other episode of Sunny Side Up. So cheers to you.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
That's how I like my eggs, too.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us, Sunny Side Up. Hey, leave us a comment, some comments down there, or DM me, like, what do you want us to cover and talk about? We're keep it PG-13, but we'll take on anything that's that's debatable. But it's our city. It's a great place to live. If you don't live in Northeast Florida, Southeast Georgia, come visit. We'd love to show you our city and what an amazing place to live. See you on our next episode of Sunny Side Up. Live with gratitude.
My name is Todd Marshall, and I own All Dry Services of Southeast Jacksonville. We serve all of Northeast Florida. Every day our business is doing the more mundane, but yet sometimes catastrophic issues. These can be plumbing leaks, they can be sewage backups. A bathtub overflows, somebody leaves the sink running. So we have a 24/7 response. If you call us, you're going to get a live person, and you try to get out there as quick as possible so that we can minimize the damage.